Hi everyone, it's Amy with Renewing Stitches. How are you? Welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time. Everybody says that and everybody means it. So if you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you for coming back. Thank you to all of y'all. I have had so much fun this last week. In the comments, it has been so fun. Okay, so sorry, I just hit my watch on the desk. Let's see. I've had several shout outs, and I'm humbled, and I'm giddy, and I'm just excited. It's really, technology is not my favorite thing, but I am thankful that technology brings a world together. It's a smaller world whenever we can talk to each other and comment and just engage, like Sara. Thank you. Thank you, Sara. And thank you, Sally. You too. So sweet. I've had several come over. And then Sara from Sara Stitches shouted me out. I've had several from you, Sara. Thank you. Thank you for sending your lovely viewers to check me out. And thank you to the viewers who have commented and liked and subscribed. It's neat. Several have been from Texas or have family in Texas. So that's really neat. And just the connection we're getting is, I know I'm not the only one who likes the older magazines, but to feel the excitement on the other side is really fun. Beth, Steadfast Stitcher, shouted me out again. Oh, sweet Beth, thank you. You ladies. Thank you. And I've told you that, but now I'm going to tell you again. Thank you. Let's see. I don't know what that was. I can't read that. Okay. If you're new, I'm going to give you a quick intro. I'm Amy from Renewing Stitches, and I live in Northeast Texas. Renewing Stitches is a YouTube channel about cross stitch. Renewing because I have a renewed love for the older charts, the ones that I grew up with, the ones that I remember seeing stitched, or I stitched some, but that was so long ago. I don't have any of those left. But going through these magazines, and charts, I've just really enjoyed it. My husband got an auction right before Christmas, because I've been doing these since the week after Christmas. So this is number 9, episode number 9. I've been doing them 9 weeks, doing videos for 9 weeks now. And then, so I started after I received the boxes of old charts and magazines from my husband, who got them at auction, and just flipping through. I have plenty to stitch, but this just made it different. It's because what I have currently to stitch, or what I had before that, was a lot of the newer charts. I had some older books I use. There's a couple of books that I have from Leisure Arts and Better Homes and Gardens, and the football one that I'll show you here in a minute. I have several things that are older, but this, it was maybe 7 or 8 boxes of things to look at, and I get excited. So I want to share. So that's the Renewing Stitches part. I do stitch a lot of things, old, new, tiny, full coverage, everything in between. I stitch Quakers and fun little quirky stitches. I enjoy hoops. You can see this here. I like hoops. I have several from my grandmother, and I've gotten several through family members and at Goodwill and things like that. So I have several over here too. Anyway, so that's a little bit about me, and that is enough for now. It is 4 minutes, and let's get started to the stitching. I have a finish for now. My board. I have a finish for now, a couple of new starts, and a couple of whips that I've done. This past week, I did Flosstube Extra number 4, where we went through the January-February 1992 of cross stitch and country crafts. And so on those, I think I'm going to not allow, because I can start anything anytime. It's a hobby. I'm not going to put restrictions, but maybe some goals. So on those weeks, I think my goal is to start, save my starts for the off weeks, or for the on weeks, the weeks that I do the magazine flip-throughs. That way I'll have less time to start all the things and have an idea about what the week is going to look like, because I need to fit the Flosstube extra filming in. Let's see. And then on the off weeks, whenever I'm not filming the extra, I'm going to work my whips. So, that was going to be said at the end, but you'll hear it again. My finish for now was a chart that I've been working on these last couple of weeks. It's Peter's Day Out. It's from Lindy Stitches, and I'll link it. It's a freebie from Lindy Stitches, and I'll link it below. And this is a black and white picture. So that's what it looks like in the black and white. And I stitched it on a 28 count that I dyed. Let's see, 22 Hardanger that I dyed just a green, using a green red dye. Use my board. And there it is, so cute. I might put a little dot, a white dot in for his eye, because it really kind of doesn't pop there, but he's so cute. Like really tiny. That is, let's see, 2 by 1 3/4 on a 22 count. So that's my finish for now. I have started the next one, but I didn't put it in my whip pile or new starts or anything, because it's a group, just 2. I'm going to make 2, one for my mom and one for my sister for their dough bowls. And so, well, if I get to it, I'll make one for me, and I might put it in like a tiny hoop, or I may put it in a dough bowl. I'm not sure. I have a dough bowl. Anyway, so I'm working on the bottom leaves, and it really didn't take long. I just needed to get to it. So that's my finish for now. Then, before I go any further, I had a question about Andrea asked me how I store my threads, because last week I had spent a good chunk of time pulling my bobbins out of my projects and just putting my floss on cards. And she asked how I stored it. It's not fancy. This is the way I've been doing it since I started stitching in the 80s, mid-80s, but I keep them in these, and I think I have one still from, I think it was in the 90s that I started getting these, but I was holding them in baggies, just a bag, but I just keep them on the little bobbins, the plastic bobbins, and I have a full set. Now last week when I pulled out all my bobbins, because the reason why I did it was because I kept looking for flosses, so I would kit up another project, and I would think, oh, well, it's not in my master set, it's probably in a kit, so I'd go searching for the kit and find out where it is. Well, so I ended up pulling strands of floss and putting on like a cardstock, just a plain cardstock, and I wrote the name, and it actually helps because I can get the symbols on it too, and so I stick that in all the projects. I have floss cards now is it floss card? Yeah, with all the threads on it. So I found extras. So my extras are currently stored. These are the bobbins, and these are the DMC. So I just have an index card with what's in there, so I know what's in there. This isn't all from my projects. I had this probably about 3/4 like this. Some of it is from the projects that I pulled out, but most of it is just that I've gotten over the years through garage sales and auction. There was a couple in the auction, but not a lot, so a lot of it is garage sale. Or extras that I pull and I think, oh, I need one, but then I actually find it in the kit. So anyway, I hope that answers your question, Andrea. Let me know if y'all have any other questions. It's not fancy. I do have a few fancy flosses that I keep on there drops or their tags, whatever they came in. I haven't used them much except for smalls where I know I won't run out. And I haven't done that a lot. They're so pretty. I don't know what to do with them yet. So I guess I should start using them. But anyway, so back to the stitching. New starts. New starts. I started this with Cindy after the number 3. I think that's right. I did this magazine flip through. I think that was the 3rd one for the level cross stitch. Yeah, this was 3 weeks ago now, I guess. 2 weeks ago. So I did a flip through of the July of 1991 for the level cross stitch. And I got to this one. Let me find the card. Got to this one and I thought, oh, I want to stitch this one. So, I don't have a card to cut it up. Here we go. And Cindy commented she had the magazine and wanted to stitch it. So we started it and put out a picture on. She started it and got a better start, but it's out on Instagram. My Instagram is Renewing Stitches, and it is private currently. If you request, then I'll okay it. It's not a problem. I'm still not brave enough to make it public. I don't know. If you want to see my stitching, then it's fine. I need to get better about posting. Actually, I need to do more than one every 2 or 3 days. So actually, one every week. I need to do better. Anyway. This is called American Pie, but I call it Blueberry Pie. And that's what we're doing right there. And this is my start. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the back stitch. I don't know. What are you doing, Cindy? I need to get out there on Instagram and ask if you're doing the back stitch. The picture she posted didn't have the back stitch in it, I don't think yet, but anyway, here I am. This is a 14 count from my scrap. It's an Ada. It'll take a good iron. I dyed it in coffee and tea, I think. Anyway, that's that. Also, I am playing Laura Stitching by the Shore. I'm playing her game of I Spy. And this one fulfills the something sweet. Because blueberry pie is sweet, even though I haven't gotten there yet. Blueberry pie is sweet. It fulfills a lot of them too, but I'm trying to space it out. Spread it out some. That's that. I love it. And I love that it mirrors each other, so I can get one side done and then go to the other side. Yeah. With the same thread. And then the next new start was from this last flip through. This is from the Better Homes and Garden Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, January, February of 92. Oh, sorry. This was in the auction, so it's not even mine. Let's see here. And then the one I started was the Anabelle lace. So pretty. And I'm going to make it into a strawberry. One of the ladies on a Zoom that I had been on with, Stitching with Sandy, had mentioned, maybe because we were talking about these and the accents on shirts that we used to do, and the tea towels, would have the corner, or the tablecloth would have the corner stitched. And she said, why don't you turn that into a strawberry? And I thought, that's a great idea. So as soon as I get on the Zoom again, I'm going to ask and get your name and thank you properly. So, but that was a great idea. So this is Anabelle lace, but I am doing it on, well, it was on an even weave, but I'm doing it on a, which way is up? On like a 14 count Ada that I dipped in, like the pink again, but this is a bath, but this is the top, and then it'll come down and go out, and then it should be fine where I can roll it. I've never made a strawberry before, so that'll be fun. Lots of tutorials out there. I'm excited to start watching and see. A friend of mine in my stitchy group here has done several, and so I may pick her brain too. Actually, I think a couple friends have here. So this will have, I need to go get, it calls for pearl cotton, little balls of pearl cotton French knots. So I need to go get some of that. I don't know if it'll make a difference, but I want to see. It's a white pearl cotton. So that's that one. I think it'd be cute for summer, a little summer strawberry. Okay, and then the last one that was my new start, my last new start, is from WhipGo. Now, WhipGo is from Jessie Marie Does Stuff. You may have heard of it already, you may not. If you haven't, she has a Flosstube channel and great projects. But she puts together this game. It's bingo with stitching. And you create your own board, you create your own goals. It's all your own rules. Make it your own. So this completed my the call number 24 for this February, this month. It was Little House. And so I have randomized the numbers, and then I put in the boxes designers that I want to stitch that are here in my stash, either here or ones that I'm currently working on, so I will just spend some time on it. So this one is Battle Hymn of the Republic, and it's from Little House Needleworks. The sun's going down, so the light might be a little less here shortly. And I'm stitching it on a piece of 28 count from Bestitch Me, 28 count Lugana from Bestitch Me in the color of Honey, because I really liked the yellow tones. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of a yellowy tone. They used buttercream, 28 count vintage buttercream from Lakeside. So, and I didn't have any of that, so this is what I'm using, Honey. This is my start. So much fun. Oh my goodness. Ran my elbow across the bottom of the desk. So these two flowers will mirror on the other side, and in the middle will be a bowl with flags. So I'm going to continue to go down, finish filling in this leaf, and go down and do the swirly thing, and then I'll go across. So I just love the fabric. I guess that's it. That'll be it right there. Kind of a yellowy buttercream. So that's that one. Incidentally, I've had several comments about my voice being soft and nice to listen to, and I appreciate that. I don't think of my voice that way. You know, when you hear yourself, it's just not what you think it is. So I appreciate that. That's sweet. I'm trying to speak louder, but yeah, it's sweet. Thank you. All right, those are my new starts. So I had three new starts, and I have three whips. Yes, 3 whips that I'm working on. The first one is, and I forgot to show you last week, I didn't work on any this week. This is in the quick things I forgot about pulling for you. I worked on a Heritage Sampler 2 weeks ago and forgot to mention it last week. I got the eagle done. So I'm going to work on it some this week in the Work My Whips section, and I really want to pull out several other ones. I think I might pull out the Summer Quaker. I don't know. We'll see. But this is on what is this on? I think it's a Vintage Country Mocha. Yes, 40 count Vintage Country Mocha 1/2. And wrinkles. Crinkles. I have changed the 822 for 3865 because it kind of blends in. The 822 blends in a little much. So that's the only one I've changed. Everything else is called for DMC. And I'll just continue over. The next thing is, I think it's another flower. No, another quilt. quilt star. The same as this, except over here, maybe a little smaller. So. And then I was watching Flossie Sews and Grows. This is the one I'm stitching with her, and I'm going to stitch it when she has a video, and I may stitch in between because I may want to stitch something else with her, and I'm waiting to see what else I can. I saw Sara's yesterday, Sew Me Sara. They're doing a Fun for 50 sale, and I want to stitch some with them, and so I'm just kind of seeing what. Sorry, that's a really big fluffy mockingbird. So pretty. I wish I could flip it around and show you without making you sick, or me. Oh, anyway, this is Winter Snow by Lost in Stitches, and that's the black and white. I'm stitching it on a 25 count Lugana steel blue, and it's from Hobby Lobby. On this one, it is charted for like a white fabric, but I'm doing the steel blue, so I had to sub out, did I write it down? 344, DMC 344 for white, because it was too close to the fabric. Oh, yes. So, while I was watching her, when I wasn't watching and I was just listening, I got some stitches in, but she had several finishes, and man, her needles. Go over and watch her. So I think I had that one done, this done, and then I finished these two, and then I went up, started on the tree. That is Lost in Stitches Winter Snow. I got the others, the smalls, also, but I want to finish this one, and then probably pick something else to stitch with Sally. Now this is my secret stitch, but I'm going to show you because I tell my boys not to watch it whenever it comes out. So I'm stitching these for my boys. These are the helmets. Here's the first one. Still no backstitch, but it's coming. Okay, and it's from, hair's tickling my ear. It's from the, I think it's Nomis. NFL, yes, NFL Counted Cross Stitch by Nomis. Here's the front. Okay, so we are a split house 4 ways when it comes to professional football and most any other sport. Sometimes we go for the same group, but I have a Cowboy fan and I have a Steelers fan. This here, it's on a 14 count wide Ada, and I stitch this when they're at piano, and when they're not. Well, let's see, I stitched it at a doctor's appointment, just whenever they're not around and I'm out and about. This is a travel stitch for when they're not within eye shot. So I worked on it the last time. Went to my stitchy group, and get to see them tomorrow. And then I did most of this is at the piano lesson this week. So finished filling in here, and then the yellow line right there was already there, and the black was already there. So came around, counted here, and then I'm going over. So I got these little black parts here, and all this is fill in yellow. So I'm just going to do a strand of this, and maybe start on the face mask, and then just continue to fill it in. It's a lot of yellow. Now the Steelers helmets are black, but they have a throwback helmet that is the darker yellow. So that's what that is, and I'll have to tell them not to watch this one. My husband is a Giants fan, and I'm Detroit because I like the underdogs. Back it's been a while. Oh my, 8, 9, 10 years ago when they had the total season that they didn't win any, that's when I got on their bandwagon. And now they're not the underdog anymore, but they were then. Alright, and then the last whip, is the cross country stitching. Oh, this was the premiere issue, that's right. And I did a flip through on this. This was the second extra, I think. And when I was flipping through getting ready, I thought, oh, I wanted to do this. It's called The Stitcher's Prayer. And it says, Lord, may each stitch be wrought with grace to bring thee honor, love, and praise. Amen. So, I have changed it a little bit. Not much. I mean, it's got most of the same colors. There are two colors here around in the pink edge. It was pink and a purple, so I changed that to all like a burgundy. And then, well, I need a frog. I see where I need a frog. And then I have the blue around, and then these words I made the navy. The words up here are going to be the navy. They're the same one here, and all this down here. The netting, I'm not sure yet. I may leave it the way it is, or not. I haven't gotten that far yet. But I've been stitching this in the evenings while my husband is, while we are sitting on the heating pads. I stitch and he reads, or I'll read and he reads, it's whatever, but this is where I am. So since you last saw it, I've gone all the way across and started down, finished this, and finished the word prayer. And just looking at it, just now, I need to pull that fuzz off. There's 3 little X's up here that I need to put over here. And then there are French knots all the way around. And I guess that's where the other color of the net is. That's where it'll show, but anyway. That is a Stitcher's Prayer. I don't have any thoughts on a finish yet. I may dip it again in tea, but a frame or a pillow, maybe, for up here. Maybe. So, another quick one. Last week it was quick, and this week it seems quick, but I had more to talk about, so that's interesting. Okay, plans to work my whips. I have kitted up some for the next time, and I'll show you that real quick. Well, I have 2 kitted up for the next time, but this week I plan on working my whips. I want to pull out the Heritage and do some more on that. All of these I want to do some more on. I will probably do a whip parade maybe at the 6-month mark. So there's quite a ways, because this is only 9 weeks in. So I've got a little bit of time, but my whips have grown quite a bit. So let me show you what I kitted up last week, and we'll be started just real quick the next time. This one I haven't flipped through. I may do this the next time. I showed it on the very first Flosstube video, I think, when I was looking through the stuff. This is a Delft pattern from January, February of '86, Cross Stitching Country Crafts. I want to do the whole thing, but I may just do the little flower right there in the middle for my mom and my sister for their bowls. I haven't quite figured it out. I really want to do the whole piece because it reminds me of, it reminds me of my grandmother, but I'm stitching it for my mom. Me mom had this tea towel, and I don't know where she got it, but I love it. She may have gotten it over there, and it's got a little bit of a stain down there, but I'll probably try to wash that out. It washes fine. I don't know. Maybe use some Dawn dish soap, but it's so pretty. Reminds me of her. My boys called her Mimo, but I got to have her with me until several years ago. It's been 4 or 5 years now, so I was well into my 40s. Got to have my grandmother. I remember my great-grandparents in high school And I grew up around here. My parents live here still, and my sister is close. Cousins are still here. Native Texan. I think the furthest I've lived is Dallas, and I came back pretty quick. That was after college, and just wanted to come home. So, and then the next one that I want to stitch. So these are the only two, just to kind of round it at 30, that I have planned for the following week. So next week is whip week, and then the following week. And I may do a flip through on this one. I haven't decided which one will be next, but this is the Just Cross Stitch May-June of 1987, and I want to do this. Now Abide is the name of the sampler. And I have a fabric for it. It is, guess what, the one I've been trying to find a project for. It's called Not Another Sampler from Bestitch Me, the 28 count Lagana. It's just that one. So I think it'll go really well. I may change the colors, but I may not. I really like the tans and the browns. And that pink will just pop. Or I make all the flowers the pink and red. But there's a blue. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I want to do that too. So, that is my plan for the next plans. I just had it out and was pulling it together, and I thought, oh, I'll share with you. So, working my whips, watching the Flosstube, thanking y'all, enjoying the comments. Thank you again. Just, it's been real neat. Just comment what you're working on, or where it's where you came from. If somebody, I do want to say that if somebody mentioned me, did a shout out, sometimes the at tag things don't work, and I don't know, somebody's come over from somebody else and I can't thank them. Sometimes I'll see it, but sometimes I don't. So if you can tell me who sent you so I can thank them. Other than that, that's all I have. I enjoy being in the comments and enjoy sharing with you what I'm stitching, and I enjoy sharing, listening about what you're stitching. So I'll go now, stop rambling, but thank you all. I'll see you in the comments.